I had one friend that sold real estate. I always had an interest in houses, and I said, I had run a business, and I said, I need to go into something totally different. I was in school for clinical psychology, and I said, well, if I can do this, I can figure people out and sell them houses. I knew that Keller Williams was the cutting edge with team building because they had just, in bigger cities, they were doing it all over. And so I was curious and flew out to Austin, Texas. And there I learned that it's a process. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And as your business grows, your team grows. We were the trailblazers for it, and so people would always say, well, hire Donna, you'll never see her again. She has all these people work for her, and that was hurtful, really, because that wasn't the case. The case is that truly we cannot be all things to all people. If I dropped one thing as a solo agent, I would beat myself up. I just would beat myself up. And so I was one of the first people to start a team. It was tough because people didn't get it. As a solo agent, I always felt like I was letting somebody down. If I was out showing a house, driving around, my phone would go off and it would be an offer coming in on one of my houses, which is real time sensitive. And so I'm like, okay, how do I serve two masters, Or it would be paperwork, which I always put off to the very last because I hated it. And I would be doing it at 11 o'clock at night, catching up on my paperwork, right? And what I really wanted to do was be with the people. Wow, what if I could do nothing but work with the client, ask the questions, do the stuff that I loved and was good at, and outsource on my team while I was still managing it, right? But outsource the stuff that was time consuming, the stuff that really had sucked my time and my joy away. So it actually works because people find that when they have leverage, they can move faster in their gift size. We have training if you looked at our training calendar, almost every day, there's something going on for every level of agents. I train them into the standards that I have put into place all these years. And once they're flying, then I just go work with another client. And I'm in front of people and I'm doing the things I like best. I love looking at houses. I love finding houses for people. Actually, I think we do more of that than show houses because there's so little inventory right now that our job is to listen to you and find out exactly what you were looking for and match make. So I have people on my team that do care calls, that call you after you close and ask how it's going, 30 days after close. What do you need, Kim? You need carpenter, do you need to figure out where you get your hair done? What is it? Because a lot of these people are new to New Bern. They don't know where to take their pet for grooming. So we try to become a resource for them even post-closing. I can remember having 5 people on my team, and today it's 25. It's not that I'm a genius at this. I just know that there is real estate that happens outside of New Bern, North Carolina. And what I did differently is I went out there and found people that were doing it at a higher level. The internet changed everything, right? However, the basics are still the same, and what realtors that get into the business today forget is it's still a people business, right? It's still about the people. Every time I found a hole in our system that didn't work, I filled it with either a tool, a system, or another person because that serves the client better, right? It serves the client better. So, yes, I'm willing to give up my money to outsource the things that either I don't have time for or I'm not good at, and I'm willing to outsource that to have a better client experience. Everybody thinks a realtor is a realtor. Well, no, a buyer agent has to be a lot more social and patient, and a listing agent has a little different set of skills. I mean, you can do both, but there really is 2 distinct personalities for each role. Our culture is that you put your family first, and so that is a Keller thing. We embrace it big time in New Bern and Moorhead, and I see that firsthand. And so when you have that model throughout the country, and you bring it to your local community, it feels right. You know, the reality of what they're going to say about me really is about that I was smart enough to follow a model that was ingrained enough in our culture that will live beyond me. You know, if they look at it and it's just about me, then I've failed.
I can sell your house on Anywhere Lane. They will put their money down and sign their name.